Roots of resilience. A family's battle to keep their small business afloat. The world was a different place back then, or at least that's what they told themselves to muster the strength to keep going. The small town of Brooksville, nestled in the heart of the Midwest, was home to the Montgomerys. They were a hardworking, close-knit family, known by many for their unwavering determination and their small but beloved hardware store, Montgomery Sons. Part 1: A Beacon of Hope. The Montgomerys had been running their store for 3 generations. It was a place where the community gathered not only to buy tools and supplies but to seek advice, share stories, and find camaraderie. The store had always been more than a business, it was a beacon of hope for the townsfolk. However, in recent years, things had taken a turn for the worse. The rise of large retail chains, online shopping, and a sluggish local economy had cast a shadow over Montgomery Sons. Foot traffic had dwindled, and the store's financial health was teetering on the edge. The family was facing an uphill battle, but they refused to let their legacy crumble. Tom Montgomery, the patriarch of the family, was a man of few words but immense determination. He had taken over the store from his father, and now, he saw it as his duty to pass it down to his sons, Jack and Sam. Tom's wife, Sarah, was the heart and soul of the business. Her friendly demeanor and warm smile welcomed customers, creating a sense of community that was unparalleled. Jack and Sam, in their early 30s, had seen the store's struggles from the front lines. They were dedicated to the business, but their financial challenges seemed insurmountable. As they gathered around the kitchen table one evening, they decided it was time for a family meeting to chart a path forward. Part 2: The Business Dilemma. The family meeting was intense. They discussed the declining sales, mounting debt, and the impending threat of closure. The mood was somber, but amidst the despair, an idea began to take shape. Jack, who had recently taken a business course at the local community college, proposed a radical plan: a complete transformation of the store. The Montgomerys decided to pivot their business. They would keep their core hardware offerings but expand into home improvement and renovation services. It was a risky move, but they believed it was the only way to survive and compete with larger retailers. The transformation began with a fresh coat of paint, a revamped storefront, and a renewed sense of purpose. The family embraced the change with unwavering determination, even if it meant sleepless nights and personal sacrifices. Word of the Montgomerys' transformation spread like wildfire through Brooksville. The townsfolk were eager to support the family they held in such high regard. As the store's new offerings attracted customers, the Montgomerys reciprocated with excellent customer service and unbeatable prices. The path to recovery was far from smooth. The family faced numerous obstacles, from financial setbacks to the challenges of learning new skills and managing a wider range of products and services. Each hurdle seemed like a roadblock, but the Montgomerys persisted, learning from their mistakes and building a stronger, more resilient business with every setback. As the business began to thrive, it wasn't just about surviving anymore, it was about fulfilling dreams. Jack and Sam envisioned expanding the business beyond Brooksville, becoming a regional destination for home improvement enthusiasts. The family dared to dream big, even if it meant taking on more risks. The Montgomerys' journey was a testament to the power of resilience and the strength of family bonds. Through thick and thin, they stood by each other, supporting their vision and working tirelessly to make it a reality. The store had become not just a place of business, but a symbol of their unwavering commitment. Part 3: Lessons Learned. Along the way, the Montgomerys learned many valuable lessons about business, determination, and the importance of adaptability. They discovered that challenges were not roadblocks but stepping stones, and their belief in the power of community was reaffirmed. The years passed, and Montgomery and Sons not only survived but thrived. The small business had grown into a regional success story, and the Montgomery family had become an inspiration to others facing similar challenges. In the end, their story was not just about a small business's struggle, but a testament to the resilience, determination, and unwavering spirit of a family that refused to give up. Montgomery and Sons was not just a business, it was a legacy preserved through the generations. As the sun set on Brooksville, it illuminated the newly refurbished store, its doors open to a bustling community. The Montgomerys had weathered the storm and emerged stronger, proving that, with the right mix of determination, innovation, and community support, even the toughest struggles could be overcome. Their story was a reminder that, in the face of adversity, one could not only survive but thrive, leaving behind a legacy for generations to come. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Resilience in every stitch. Once upon a time in the bustling heart of a small town named Havenbrook, there was a family that owned and operated a quaint little tailor shop known as Haven Stitches. The shop had been a beloved institution for generations, passed down through the family like a cherished heirloom. It was a place where dreams were sewn into reality, where fabric transformed into memories, and where the magic of creativity came to life. The Anderson family, comprised of Martin, Sarah, and their teenage daughter Emma, had been running Haven Stitches for years. The family's ancestors had started the business, and it had become the beating heart of their family's legacy. However, in the modern age of big, box stores and online shopping, small businesses like Haven Stitches were facing formidable challenges. Martin and Sarah had met in the bustling city of Havenbrook, drawn together by their shared passion for fashion and design. Sarah had always been a skilled seamstress, and Martin was an artist with an eye for detail. They fell in love over fabric swatches and design sketches and decided to marry and start a family. They opened Haven Stitches together, pouring their hearts and souls into the business. The quaint shop was filled with colorful bolts of fabric, sewing machines humming, and the soothing aroma of freshly pressed cotton. It was a haven for the community, a place where people could not only get their clothes tailored but also find a friendly smile and a listening ear. As the years went by, their little family grew. Emma, with her curious spirit and knack for creativity, soon became an essential part of the shop. She would spend her free time experimenting with fabric, crafting her own designs, and helping customers with a warm, youthful enthusiasm. The early years were filled with hope and prosperity. Haven Stitches thrived, and the Andersons enjoyed a modest but comfortable life. But as time passed, the world outside began to change. E-commerce was reshaping the retail landscape, and the competition from big retailers seemed insurmountable. The family business started to struggle. One evening, the Andersons gathered around the dinner table to discuss the grim reality they were facing. Martin looked at his wife and daughter with a heavy heart. "We can't go on like this," he began. "Our sales have been steadily declining, and we're barely making enough to cover our bills. We might have to consider closing Haven Stitches." The room was filled with a heavy silence. It was Emma who broke it, her eyes brimming with tears. "But this shop is a part of who we are. It's our family's legacy. I can't imagine a life without Haven Stitches." Sarah, her voice trembling, added, "I know, sweetheart. We'll do everything we can to keep the shop alive, but we need a plan." That night, the Andersons made a pact. They were determined to fight for their family's legacy. The struggle was real, but they were ready to face it with resilience and creativity. The next morning, they launched a series of initiatives to breathe new life into Haven Stitches. Martin designed a website, allowing them to sell their products online and reach a broader audience. Sarah began offering sewing classes and workshops, hoping to inspire a new generation of crafters. Emma started a social media campaign to engage with the local community and showcase the shop's unique designs. Their efforts bore fruit, slowly but steadily. Haven Stitches began to see an uptick in online sales, and the classes attracted a loyal group of enthusiasts. Emma's posts gained followers who admired her creativity and her family's dedication to the craft. Despite these initial successes, the challenges persisted. The family found themselves facing a mounting pile of bills and an uncertain future. But they refused to give up. They knew that the heart of their business was not just the products they sold but the love and passion they poured into every stitch. Months turned into years, and the Andersons continued their tireless efforts to keep Haven Stitches afloat. There were sleepless nights and tears shed over unpaid bills, but there was also an unbreakable spirit that kept them going. One sunny afternoon, as Emma was helping a customer select a fabric for a special occasion, a woman named Grace walked into the shop. She was in her late 50s, with a warm smile that immediately put everyone at ease. Grace was a successful businesswoman who had once started her own small business, a bakery, in the town. After selecting her fabric, Grace struck up a conversation with Emma. She admired the young girl's dedication and creativity, and as they talked, she learned about the struggles Haven Stitches was facing. Over the following weeks, Grace visited the shop regularly. She offered invaluable advice and shared her own experiences of overcoming obstacles in her bakery. Grace was not just a mentor, she became a cherished friend to the Andersons. She saw in them the same determination and passion that she had once possessed. One day, Grace sat down with the Andersons and said, "I believe in you, and I believe in Haven Stitches. It's more than a business, it's a piece of this community's heart. I want to help you." With Grace's guidance, the Andersons took several bold steps to revitalize their business. They expanded their product line to include bespoke wedding gowns and special, event attire, utilizing their exceptional tailoring skills and unique designs. The community rallied behind them, with many customers opting for locally crafted, one-of-a-kind garments for their special occasions. The shop's social media presence grew, attracting fashion enthusiasts from all around the country. Emma's designs gained recognition for their creativity and originality. Celebrities began wearing her dresses, and soon, Haven Stitches became a name synonymous with craftsmanship and innovation. As Haven Stitches began to flourish, the Andersons also started giving back to the community that had supported them through thick and thin. They offered internships to local teenagers, teaching them the art of tailoring and design. They hosted sewing workshops for underprivileged children, igniting a spark of creativity in their young hearts. The shop became a hub for creativity, innovation, and community spirit. With Grace's continued guidance and their relentless hard work, the Andersons were able to not only save Haven Stitches but also turn it into a thriving local business that had earned a national reputation for excellence. The little tailor shop was no longer struggling; it had become a symbol of resilience and determination. In the end, it wasn't just the quality of their products that made Haven Stitches successful, it was the heart and soul they put into their work, the support of the community, and the enduring power of family. The story of Haven Stitches served as an inspiring testament to the indomitable spirit of small businesses, the value of mentorship, and the strength of a family united in purpose. The legacy of Haven Stitches lived on, not just as a family business, but as a symbol of unwavering determination, a testament to the power of community, and a reminder that even in the face of adversity, dreams could be sewn into reality with resilience in every stitch. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button to learn English through watching these kinds of interesting stories daily. Please click on the screen on any video showing on your screen to watch it next. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video till the end.